Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching from. Welcome to our live show. Today we have a very sensitive topic, but a topic that we should really talk about. Today we're going to address yeast infection. Now, for some of you, you might think that this is a medical concern. Apparently, it's not. Now, with that said, our show today we are going to talk about things relating to yeast infection that is. Now, please bear in mind that we're not doctors on this show. And if you find that you have any form of a discharge, you definitely need to consult your doctor first and foremost. Now, with that out of the way, we're just going to share some tips, basic information that everyone should know about yeast infection. So be mindful of your comment. We're on this platform where we got to be careful about the things, how we say things. So please be mindful of that. However, what we're going to talk about can be talked anywhere. Okay, we're going to talk about factual things about yeast. Now, I personally wonder why they call it yeast infection, because technically it is not an infection. It's nothing like an STD or anything like that. But I guess back then that was the easiest way for them to describe it. Now, when it comes on to my channel, I made a video a couple of years ago using some remedies for clearing up yeast infection. That video has generated over 2 million views. It is one of my video that is being watched right throughout the year. It's a video that at the end of every month you're gonna have X amount, at least 100 or more, or at least, let me say, not 100, at least 5,000 or more people is gonna be watching that video, even though it is such an old video. Now, from that one video generates thousands, and I'm not even exaggerating the figure. It could be pretty well hundreds of thousands of email coming from that one single video, asking so many questions about yeast infection. And I'm telling you, these questions are simple questions that you would think that a lot of people out there would know, but no, they're asking these questions. So I'm going to talk about a few of these today, and as I said, they are pretty basic. And when I say basic, I mean they are basic things that you all should know. Now, when it comes on to yeast infection, most people will have it at least once in their lifetime. At least about 75% of you will get some form of a yeast infection. Now, please bear in mind that if you have recurring yeast infection, you definitely should consult your doctor. And you should definitely consult your doctor once you're uncomfortable with anything that is going on down there. Now, welcome to our live show. If you are just joining in, we are here today and we're going to address the topic. I could see Jill is here. We could see Keisha. Jaquita, I haven't seen you for a while. Jaquita is also here. Michelle Tamoya, welcome to the live show. We have Harty, I think AARTI. Welcome to our live show. We have Happy Days. Who else is here? If you're new here, go ahead and leave a comment so that we can give you your shout out, and we have a single treat. Welcome to the live show. So as I said, it's a little tricky question, and I know most people is going to watch this video after the show is over. So I'm going to make sure that I do it in section for those who are watching after. While you are watching the show, if you have a comment about this, go ahead. And if you have any form of a, suggestion or anything that that you think could make this show even more valuable, definitely leave it in the comment section below. So let us first start out with yeast infection. Now, yeast infection are many things. They are aggravating, it itch, it's kind of a gross for some people, but one thing, they shouldn't be mysterious. It shouldn't be something that you're afraid to talk about. It should not be something that you do not want anyone to know that this is going on. And most people, when it comes on to yeast infection, are bashful or embarrassed, to talk about it. But bear in mind mind that it's not a disease. It's not a sexual transmitted disease. It's something that you can get by simple, who want to help me out with this, by simple wearing tight underwears. Okay, so definitely talk about it. And if we were talking more about these things, people would be more informed and what to do and how to handle themselves. I would not have been receiving emails after emails basically every day asking simple question on this topic. So um, when the fungus level rise, which can happen due to increased estrogen level, antibiotics or pregnancy, it can lead to yeast infection. So many things contribute to yeast infection, including what we have right here on the screen. So it's not just one thing. It's not just anything. It's some of these factors. And as I said earlier, anyone can have yeast infection. Now, guys, I am trying to do this show today the best way I can. So if you're watching, especially my OG subscribers, go ahead and help me out in the comment section with this. I want to make sure that I do it the right way. And as I said, I know this show is not for people watching right now. 90% of watchers are going to watch this show when the show is over. So help me to do it in a segment and not stray from the most important point. So okay, so these incredible common infection are caused by a fungus that is naturally presented in the body. So yeast is actually in the body. When it becomes excess, that is when it starts to come out. So it doesn't matter who you are. It's in you. When it is activated, it is actually triggered by something, an excess amount of yeast that caused from, as we said, some antibiotics, some people being pregnant, wearing tight underwear, not washing or changing as often. And believe it or not, some people even tend to get yeast infection while they're on their menses. So definitely be mindful of that. So now we're going to go through the pointers. I have 9 on my thumbnail, 9 things that you all should know. So let us start with number 1. And number 1, one telltale sign is a thick white discharge that can resemble cottage cheese. So most people know that they have, let's just drop the infection and because I think this, if I keep saying that, the system might just flag us today. Don't know, so scared to it's so annoying to me that I really would like to freely talk about this topic, but I really have to be, because it's a thin line between a medical condition and it just, something that affects us, that is something that you can go and get something at the pharmacy and treat over the counter. It is a thin line. And the reason why it's a thin line is because sometimes it is mistaken for other things, or sometimes other things are mistaken for yeast infection. And that is the reason why I have to just tread lightly when I'm talking about this. And I'm going to keep saying this right throughout the show. If you find that you have any form of unusual discharge down there, definitely consult your doctor. On this show, we're not doctors. We're just sharing some information that, you can find it anywhere on the internet, and anyone you should know. But personally, for me, making this video is because I receive, and I should probably have brought some of these emails that I receive, how to read back some of them for you. But I receive hundreds of email asking question on this topic. And yes, I normally suggest first line, consult your doctor. Do I respond to all these emails? No, I don't, because I cannot respond to the amount. So I'm making this video today. Hopefully that the system will circulate it, and hopefully that someone will learn something from it. So OGs, bear in mind that this is what I'm doing, and help me out with this. All right, so we are moving on, and let me go on to my next point, and I have to write them down today. And you see me struggling. Some of you might be watching like, oh, she's not used to using the pumper. So I'm not used to doing, but I want to keep it in line. So I wrote everything down so that I don't stray. Now, yeast infection are very common. Womenhealth.gov indicate that 75% of women will have one, and about half of all women will have two or more over time. That is how common it is. Now, if you're watching out there, let me hear you comment. Is any one of you watching has ever had yeast infection? And I want to just drop the infection again. I wish I have another name for it. But yes, it is what it is. And I shouldn't, as I said, be so, for talking about it. Has anyone watching has ever had yeast infection? And if you do, just comment yes. And if you don't, just comment no. Personally, for me, yes, I have had yeast infection before, and I am not embarrassed to say that I have, because it's nothing that you all should be embarrassed about. However, it's because, as I said, it's a thin line between some, other things and yeast infection. So let me hear you all. And I guess as women, men could have yeast infection too, but this video is mostly for women. However, I know some people are still gonna be like scared even just to type yes. Scared even just to type yes, I have had yeast infection before. This should not be so. And this is the reason why so many people out there, especially when it comes to younger people, there's so many people out there that do not know what to do and do not want to talk about it. How do I know that? Hundreds of email for one single video. Now, if you want the link to that video, we also have it here that you can go and check it out for yourself. Not only that, you can also go and check out the comments that are under this video. Over 2 million views, and I would say at least 100,000 emails just asking about simple question on yeast infection. So as women, we should be free to talk about it. And I feel like we talk to our children about menstrual. We talk to our children how to take care of it. However, how many of you as parents has ever even talked to your young children about, when they're of age, about yeast infection? That's something parents don't do. And I could tell because of the many emails that we receive. I think people should talk to their children about this just the way they talk about, the day you get your menses, how to take care of it, and so on and so forth, because it's a major part. And some of you might also not know that younger people tend to get more than older people. And why does younger people? Is also because of how they take care of themselves, how they wash themselves, how often they wash themselves, how often they change their undies, and how much they know how to take care of down there without causing any form of buildup. So definitely is something they should actually maybe talking about this at school, just the way you talk about the menses, because it's very much there and it's very much need to address. Today we are saying yes, let's talk about it. As women, we need to get up and we need to stand up for things that happen to us that other people need to know, and not just push it under the rug. And someone here, and let me highlight this comment really, really fast. I get them before my period, like all the time. One of the reasons, we're keeping it real today, one of the reasons why I highlight this comment, because this used to be me too. I used to get them right before, and I couldn't understand what was going on. But we're going to talk, as we said, we're not doctors here. We're just sharing vital tips that we also need to know. That is because of the excess estrogen that is going on when you are about to eat, and that is why people also get them while they are pregnant. So I learned that after. Before I didn't know what was the cause, but now I know. So there is your answer for that, Jasha. Now, if you're just joining and you have a question, if I possible, that is not a medical question, I could answer it. And if you have a comment, if you have a suggestion, if you know something you want to share, go ahead and share it so that we all can be on one page. And remember, while a yeast infection is not an STD, it is still something that you need to take care of, okay? It is still something you need to take care of. And I put this here clearly for everyone to know. Even though they have the word infection at the end of it, it is not an infection. It's not an STD. It's just an abundance of yeast that is built up that often come out in cottage-like cheese-looking, thing that is there, and it is often very, 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 very itchy and irritated. All right, so please be mindful. Now, even though they are over-the-counter OTC medication for yeast infection, it is best to talk to your doctor before taking them. Now, why am I stressing this so much? Because we need to keep that on the show for people to know that this is first, okay? Not doctors here, just sharing, and that's the people who are just joining on. Now, I'm gonna keep moving on. Now, some studies have indicated that yogurt with live culture are taking a supplement of lactobacillus and acidophilus can help to prevent yeast infection. That study that I've shown. Now, all of these are over the counter. You can go to the store, you can buy your yogurt. You can go to the pharmacy and you can get, those little tablets, but you're gonna find these two in yogurt. Yogurt is like on top of the list for controlling yeast infection. Now, most yeast infection clear up with medication after a few days, but it may take a full week. And more severe cases may last longer and take longer to treat. Now, let me kind of dissect this area for some things that I know. I probably have the right, there's something about me that I don't talk about on my channel, and I do have medical background. I don't like upfront it on my channel, but in case I get in trouble, I can actually bail myself out where, when I talk about these things. And I am not a doctor, but I have medical background, and I think it is okay for me to share, even though I don't put my title underneath my video. Now, as I said, when it comes on to medication, we're talking about over-the-counter medication. Yes, if you go visit your doctor, especially if it's something severe, you might get a prescription or prescribed medication, but most people will be able to jump in the pharmacy and pick up something. There is a very popular brand that make a wide variety of medication for yeast infection. And I think I could say Monosat, not endorsed by Monosat, but yes, it's what most people know and it's out there for people to try. But it may take a full week, okay? It may take a full week. When the blood estrogen level rises and it creates all this excess cottage cheese, then it also needs time to go down, and that is why it lasts a week. Now, more severe cases, as I said, may take longer, but if you find that you have it anywhere over 5, 6, 7 days, make sure you go see your doctor. Out of medical situation, and we have the big D word, which I don't want to mix when I'm talking about this, but it is also a major contribution, a major factor for yeast infection. And someone type the D word in the comment section for me, because once I start to venture out in the D word on this platform, it's going to be like we're talking about medical situation. That's why we don't put it in here, which is really, really sad. But if you know what the D word is, please type it in the comment section for me. That is one of the major causes, and that is why most people in their adults, when they start to have signs of the D word, then they start to get even way more yeast infection. Definitely can be treated, but should definitely take in consideration that it should not last over a week. Now, Jaquita, I have a few times gotten them in the beginning of monthly. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I am talking about. I am sure you are there sitting down knowing that this is happening right before the monthly, but you're so, and we are taught not to talk about it, that you just sat there and you don't even know if someone else is experiencing that. And that is very, very sad. That is very, very sad. This should be something that is so much out there in the open that we would be able to talk about it. As a matter of fact, if we were talking about this more, there will be even more information out there for us to know that, okay, it's the estrogen level. When we get to near to the monthly, this on the rise, especially when we are getting on a little further in age, and this is happening. We should know. We shouldn't have to sit at home and be like, oh my goodness, this is happening. I can't tell nobody. It is not an STD. It is not an STD. If you go out and you eat way too much sweet and sugar, it can happen. It can happen. If you wear tight undies, it can happen. Now, guess what can make it happen too? And this affects most of us because each and every one of us go through this stage. When you have that menses and you wear that napkin an entire day and you don't change it, it can happen. As a matter of fact, some napkin are not so friendly. Some people, even if they wear a certain kind of a napkin for just a day, a few hours, it could cause the yeast to build up also. So we should talk about it. We should talk about it. I'm still waiting for someone to put that D word in the description for me. And all right, so we have Jill is giving some advice right here. Anything that, we're just going to put things on the screen so you can read. And we were talking earlier about the D word, that is major cause. So if you know what D word that I'm talking about, comment it in the comment below. I take different types of antibiotics for the past 5 months, but it's still there, and most likely you went and you see your doctor. That is the first thing that you need to do, and send me an email. All right, so Inga K, I found out that the sentence "so body wash and bath soap" did not agree with me, and when I went fragrance free, I stopped getting them. I'm telling you guys, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it because here are just us regular, and we're not even a big crowd today, but as I said, I know we're gonna have the views after, so comments, and I'm gonna highlight the comments. I have a few times gotten them in the beginning. Okay, so that I had highlighted before. If you're on and you're watching, please comment, guys. Give us your story, because we need more people to see this, which is gonna happen, see this video. So comment, and if you find that I'm doing the show a little different today, kind of following the guideline, is for a reason, because we know people is going to be watching this show after, and we want to do it within our YouTube guideline. All right, so however, we are talking about it now. Someone want to know about yogurt. What kind of yogurt, with or without fruit? Normal yogurt that has no sugar or fruit. Now let's talk about yogurt really quick. Yogurt, every one of us could get at some, not, I mean, where some people have access to yogurt. Yogurt is something that you buy in the grocery store. Yogurt is something that I personally try to eat some form of a yogurt as often as I can, because it also helps with your gut and the good and the bad bacteria. Now, I suggest plain unsweetened yogurt. Yeah, plain unsweetened yogurt. Better said than done. Better said than done. So what you need to look for is yogurt with active live culture. And it doesn't matter if it have fruit or if it don't have fruit. Unless you're on a diet where you're trying to avoid the fruit, the excess sugar, then you go accordingly. But once the active culture is live, then it is all good for you. All right. So with that said, my preferred choice is plain yogurt, but use whatever you have. All right, so we are moving on, and let me come back to the next. Let's see which one that most. Okay, I think I just do that, and let's go on to the second one. Not used to using this. Now, how can I reduce the risk of a yeast infection? You can reduce the risk of a yeast infection by eating right, and everything goes back to eating, drinking a lot of water. But let me do it in layman terms. Let me just say it as is. I mean, I'm trying my best, but let's just keep it real. You can reduce it by not the one you get
the monthly, okay? The monthly one, that is a different show, okay? The one just before the menses is a total different show. And the reason why I'm saying that, I could actually dive deeper, but I still have to do some research to find out if I could say these things. That monthly one, as I said, have a lot to do with the estrogen level and all of that. So we're not gonna dive deeper into that. But supplement. All right, that's all I can say right now. But now let's talk about the basic things. The basic things. Tight jeans is no good. All right, tight undies is no good. And I have one, and this is the most common one. Right now, we have the string undies, and bear in mind that when I was younger, it's all about the string undies for me. All right, it was all about the string undies for me. I still do the string undies, but those are some major cause of the risk of getting an infection and the yeast infection. And the reason for that is the weight of the body. And I don't have to go in details, guys. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. The way those string undies fit, okay? And the rubbing, the undies is right. It's right from the, help me out, somebody. Help me out, somebody. We gotta keep it intact. All right, so those string undies, you know how they fit, okay? And because the way they fit, that is so close to that other section. So if you wear them for a long time, and especially if you don't clean yourself properly, all of that could cause bacteria to get there, and it could also cause itching, and itching leading to excess yeast, and then it's gonna come out and as cottage cheese. And I hope you understand what I'm saying. So let me just say it really quick. When you wear those string undies, you don't clean yourself properly, and even if you clean yourself properly, because the friction on that rubbing is so close to the G spot, to the somebody gave me a word for it yesterday, to the VGGG, veggie, then it could cause you to get a yeast infection. Those are some ways. Now, soap. So let's talk about soap. When you wash with, someone just mentioned it, even though we have it on our ticker ear, you can get yeast from using highly perfumed soap or shower gel. How many of you use your shower gel down there? How many of you use your shower gel down there? Some people like to use their shower gel down there. No. You shouldn't use your shower gel down there. If you have to do a wash, make sure it has some form of a balancing of the pH levels. And most of those good quality VGG wash is gonna have that right big front center that is helped to balance the natural pH levels of the body. And that is what you need if you have to wash down there with something. Someone was saying on my show yesterday, wash it with just pure water. Is anything wrong with that? Absolutely no. The trick about washing it with just pure water is that you got to wash it for longer. Now, when you wash your hands, oh, I just noticed that I have garlic right here. Now, when you wash your hands, especially when you're washing germs from your hands, or you're supposed to wash your hands at least about 3 minutes or so, like really washing your hands if you're using just water, right? And even if you're not just using water, you really need to wash your hands properly. And that is the same way it goes for the vegetable down there. You need, if you're going to wash without soap, you need to wash at least 3 minutes, like really wash. And I also suggest a washcloth. Now, when you're going to use a washcloth, listen carefully, guys. When you're going to use a washcloth to wash down there, which is what I like, and this is what I normally encourages people to do, you cannot use that wash rag, hang it in the bathroom where the rag is not getting any sunlight. You cannot use that wash rag, hang it, and for days and days, it's not dry. You got to make sure the wash rag is clean also. And if you know what I'm talking about, guys, you know what I'm talking about. So if you're going to use a wash rag down there, it's either you're going to throw that wash rag in the washer, or if you live somewhere where you're going to have to line dry it, or if you're line drying it in your bathroom, make sure there is sunlight, or make sure that there's proper airflow going through that bathroom, because if you hang it there and it don't get that heat source to dry it, it could also develop mold. And when you use that to wash the area, there comes the big Y word again, you can actually get yeast from doing that. So best thing to use is your hands. However, the hands sometimes don't give that little scrubbing effect, and that's why I normally suggest to use the wash rag, but make sure you're washing the wash rag. All right, so where was I? So that is some reason. Let me hear what people are saying. As a teenager and a young lady, I thought that douching would prevent me from getting, oh, we were talking about that yesterday, a yeast infection. I believe that was probably something I heard from a more mature woman. Now I'm going to address this really, really quick. And for those of you that are going to be watching this show, for my younger viewers, listen to the story behind this, because I think I know a bit of the story. Back then, and we talked about this yesterday, so I'm going to go through really, really fast. Back then, in my days, when I was at a younger age, douching was the thing. Douching was the thing, okay? I grew up knowing that I need to douche to keep it clean. This was all over in the media. Okay, it was all over in the media. So it's not nothing like, your grandmother tell you in the corner that you need to do. It was something that is out there. And the honest truth about it is also was something that was so taboo that if you douche, you were like, oh yeah, I douche. It was the thing. It actually make it seem like you prim and proper when you douche. And that's the era I grew up with. And that is why Jaquita, as a teenager and as a young lady, I thought douching would prevent me from getting yeast infection, because that's what we thought. We thought if we wash it out, we clean it out, we're not going to get any form of an infection. It's going to keep us clean and fresh. As time goes by and more research has been done, they finally let us know that it is not okay to douche. It is not okay to douche. More research has been done, and they finally came out and said that the body actually, the vajayjay actually clean itself from inside out. And I said this yesterday, when all of us have some form of a discharge, and that discharge is waste matter, because inside there is cleaning itself out, and that's why we don't need douche. So if you're around my age, you might know what I'm talking about. However, in today's world, douching is a no-no. Do you still see it some places? I haven't even seen one, but some people still swear by it, especially right after the menses. And we talked about yesterday, and that's why I have to address this. But no more douching. No more. All right, so where was I? All right, so let's see. But douching, I was told by a physician, causes more problem. And that's why I'm saying, as the year goes by and they start to do more research, they find that it definitely is a no-no. All right, so, and here is a good tip for you. Probiotic soap. Why am I not seeing this coming up? Use a probiotic soap in the private area. So you're gonna use plain old water. And I know some of you are going to come at me like, why are you telling the people to use plain old water? If you have really, really sensitive skin, plain old water. If you're using plain old water, you got to wash that thing for a couple of minutes, okay? You got to wash. I suggest some form of a soap, okay? At least a probiotic soap or a feminine wash, pH balance. Do your research on those feminine washes, okay? Years ago, there was just a couple brands out there, and we could name a few, the most common ones. Today, however, you find a wide variety of feminine washes, and some really, really good ones that people make and put a lot of thought into. So I have no problem with you using. Just avoid those with perfume. I know we all like that fresh, nice smell, but it's better to just go fragrant free. Okay, it's better to be fragrant free. All right, so we're moving on. If you're just joining, we're talking about things that they don't want us to talk about, all about yeast infection. As we said, we're not doctors here. We're just sharing our personal experience, and we're just interacting with each other and sharing some things are too. Oh, I totally forget. I was wondering why I was sweating so much. I forget I didn't turn this thing on. All right, yeah. And okay, and we have to make sure we dry ourselves. That is another way to prevent. drying, drying. And I said this yesterday on a different topic. You got to make sure to dry yourself. And especially if you have a little extra weight like I do, and you have really big legs. If you have really big legs, you know when you stand up and it's closed like that, that is the reason why you need to dry, because that also can cause no form of ventilation. I'm saying ventilation, right? The hair need to flow right through. The hair need to flow right through, and that's why it's have to dry, because when it close up like that and no hair is hitting it, it can also cause bacteria to form. Another way to prevent yeast infection also, and this is something we mentioned yesterday, is to lose the undies at night. Yes, lose the undies at night. Let it air out, let it be free, and that is also gonna help you too. And another thing also, guys, if you find yourself with yeast infection and you can let it air out at night, it's gonna go faster also. All right, it's definitely gonna go faster. It's gonna go faster because there's no form of a friction from the undies on it while you sleep. All right, so let's see where I'm at, because I need to get this. Some studies have indicated that eating yogurt, okay, with live active culture, I actually talk about that already. Most infection clear up. Okay, I did that already. How can I reduce? That's where I'm at. And we just talk about the douching. This is for people who are just joining. Avoid using feminine deodorant. Oh, let's talk about this. Not using scented tampon or pads. This is a question that I get a lot in the emails. So let me talk about it. And I'm not going to rush it. I just remember that I have to address this. This is one of the commonest one question that we tend to get a lot. Can I use a tampon when I have a yeast infection? Can I still wear my pads, regular pads, when I have yeast infection? No, the tampon is the one that I like to address, because you all know how the tampon works, right? Tampon also could cause yeast infection, especially when you wear it and you don't take it out. You need to take out that tampon at least every 2 hours, okay? At least every 2 hours. And can you use a tampon when you have it? Yes, you can use a tampon. And let me be clear with you. And yeah, I could share because we are talking about it. I had when I had a case of yeast infection, I used a tampon. And I used a tampon, and I wasn't educated on anything. I was just doing my thing, and that is the honest truth. So yes, I'm going to talk about it. I use a tampon, and the reason why I use a tampon is because when I use a tampon, it does not allow any of the cottage cheese to come out to the outside. Remember, outside is where you get the itch, right? Outside is where you get the itch. Now, when I use a tampon, there's no cottage cheese coming out, so it prevents the itch from the outside. That was my experience. If you are on page with me, comment, let me hear. We are talking about it today. And you know what I'm saying, guys, even if I'm not making it clear as day, you know what I'm saying. So I used to use that tampon to prevent the I can't say the J word because so let me still keep the cottage cheese word going. Or if you have a good word for me to use, help me out. I ask you all guys to help me out to keep it in line. So when I use that tampon, it does not allow the cottage cheese to come out to touch the outer side, and that used to prevent, ease down on the itching. Tampon is very absorbing. Okay, it's very absorbing. Yes, you can use it to ease it, but you got to take it out every 2 hours. Every 2 hours. Apart from that, let it flow out. You got to deal with the itch, and to deal with the itch, you definitely Manasat. If you don't have Manasat, and this is what my video was about. Now, guys, you know why I'm showing this? Because it's real, okay? The reason why I'm showing this, it is real, all right? Now it's burned. It's gonna burn you. It's gonna burn. It's gonna burn, but it is real. works like a charm, okay? And if you don't know what this is garlic, all right? This is the only natural remedy that I would even suggest for anyone to use there, because it works. When you peel it off, you cut it, you set it aside for a few, let the hair blow on it, and then you use it. That is for emergency. If you can get to that pharmacy to get that malasat to prevent that itching, okay? But swear by it, it works. Research it, watch my video on it, and I put the link for you all to see. All right, so scented products, deodorant and all of that, be mindful. Read the label. Now, someone is on here who we're talking, and I gotta say this about just before the monthly, and that's something I used to do. I used to put that tampon before the monthly because I don't want that irritation, because you don't want that kind of irritation while you're getting that monthly. It's like a double thing. Yes, guys, we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. And if you just joined, you missed the reason for that. We're talking about like the estrogen level that causes all of that excess yeast that is already in the body to increase, to multiply. And when that happens, it just exits the body in the form of cottage cheese, also known as cottage cheese looking yeast. I think that's a good way to clear that up. Now, I found that out of 28 years of age not to do it. I haven't anymore. Only in a Thai shower soap with scented soap or shower gel, not in a private. And that is the thing. Some people don't, as I said, guys, if you're just joining, we were talking about no one actually teach us, no one actually inform us how to deal with this. And as I said earlier in the video, that this should be something that is taught just as we are told how to take care of the menses, how to take care of our monthly, how, what, to, when to do what. This is what we should be talking about when it comes on to yeast, because at least one time in your lifetime, most people will get it, and millions, billions, not millions, billions of people is affected by this. Not this sexual transmitted disease, not something that is gonna like to be embarrassed about, something that is gonna come because you already have that yeast in the body. Something trigger it is gonna come and it's gonna go away within a week. But during that time, it's miserable, okay? It's very, very miserable. If you find you have that cottage cheese and you smell it and it smell off, then definitely something is more than wrong. You have to consult your doctor. And even if you just find that cottage cheese and you're not sure, go see your doctor. We're not doctors on here. We're not sharing medical information. We are just talking about our experience, and we're just sharing a thing or two that we know, life experience about yeast infection. We need to talk about it, and we're talking about it. Might have got this videos might gonna be flagged, but we don't care. I'm still gonna leave it there for people to see. And the reason why I'm making this video today, for those of you who are just joining, is because I have hundreds, and I'm not exaggerating, hundreds of people, I'm using the word people without singling any form of an age group, because the age group varies, that has asked me many thousand a question, simple question, because I made this one video telling you how to use garlic when it comes down to yeast infection as a little home remedy, as a little quick thing, just to ease it up. So definitely let's talk about it. All right, so if you're on here also watching and you have an experience, talk about it. Type it in the comment section below. Let people hear. Let us all know that we're not alone. There's so many of us that go through this period. This, something similar to. Yeah, somebody's going to tell me that I'm comparing it to menses, but you also know what I'm talking about. All right, so we are moving on. Clear up within a few days. I think I'm doing well without the proper. Yes, I mean, I know these things out of my head, but I want to be so professional today. I want to follow a pattern, and yes, I'm all over the place because I'm not following it, even though I'm getting everything that I have here across. Can I reduce my risk? And I think I just talk about that also. For you to reduce the risk is to make sure you cut out all of those soaps and stuff like that. I didn't follow my prompter, but I'm doing well. Not douching. Douching can kill bacteria that actually control fungus. Avoid the use of feminine deodorant, not using scented tampon and pad. I am doing so well not using this, and I'm so proud of me. All right, so these incredible common infections are caused by fungus that are naturally present in your body. All right, guys, so I think I do most of my proper and proper, is it proper or pumper or whatever it is, but let's just a free flow right now that we get. We talk about 9 on the thumbnail, and I'm sure that we cover more than 9. If you're just joining, we are talking about yeast infection, not a sexual transmitted disease, can be treated over the counter, and it normally goes away within 5 to 7 days. It is also very, very common for some people right before the monthly. It is also common if you're on antibiotics. Normally pregnancy costs more, and that is because of the estrogen level. And also if you tend to wear a lot of tight clothing, tight undies, that can cause you to get yeast infection. We also know that certain kind of deodorant and scented perfumes and stuff like that also contribute. If I am missing something very, very important that do contribute to yeast, go ahead and comment it in the comment section. At the beginning of the hour, I ask you all to help me with this topic, and this topic I know is gonna live on, and that's why I try to do it as best as I can without even over talking, but along the way just reminding you all that you have to consult your doctor. Any stories about your personal experience, go ahead and comment. Now, someone said something, and someone is saying they never heard of that, and I'm trying to scout through the comment to see what that was, but I can't seem to see. So if you're watching, guys, you have a question. Diet. Someone is talking about diet. Diet is a sugar, guys. Sugar. Now, every topic that I tend to address on my channel, especially my live show, have something to do with diet. So diet is like the center of everything that we do. Okay, you want to lose weight, you watch your diet. You want your nice skin, you watch your diet. But basically everything is all about diet, because certain kind of food that you eat, it can also contribute to yeast, and that is excess sweet. And excess sweet and sugar and carbohydrate lead to the big D, which someone was, I'd want someone to put here. I feel like if I just mention the D word in this show, it's gonna throw this show off, and that's why I don't want to talk it here. I want somebody to write it for me. You know what the D word is? When you tend to eat too much sugar, too much carbohydrate, and so on. It's a medical situation. That's why we don't want to say it on the prompt here, but you can comment it. So all of these things you got to watch. And water, guys, water. During that time, drink a lot of water. That is also gonna help. Drink up that water. Let it flow. Be open at night, and in the daytime, you make sure you're changing as often as you can. Oh, there was a question someone sent me in an email. Can I wear a pad, a napkin, when I'm having a yeast infection? No, can someone answer that for me? That was one question that I got in an email. Several people send that question in. Can you use the word sugar for the D word? All right, yes. So oh, thank you, Inga K. Yes, Inga K. That is good. Yes. We can use the word sugar for the D word, because technically, yes. So for those I love my subscribers. So the D word that we were talking about is sugar. Yes. If you're just joining, you might be at the loss right here. Okay. So excess sugar will lead to you having sugar. Okay. Excess sugar will lead to you having sugar, and excess, when you have sugar, you can experience a lot of yeast infection episode. Okay, so thank you for that, Inga Ken. I'm gonna write that down so I remember to and where the sugar that we're talking about is this sugar right here, that sugar right here that we are featuring. And yes, so someone said yes, you can wear pads, and from my experience I would say yes too, but go for the liners. Go for the liners. They're not bulky. They're, I mean, to each his own. Some people like bulky ones, some people don't. I don't like bulky napkin. I like the thin ones. Go for the liners when you are going through this, and change those liners at least every 2 hours. Now, here's a little natural tip for you guys. And the tip I gave on the video, if you find that you do not have access to that manasat, that cream that's gonna have to ease the itch, if you find yourself with a clove of garlic, you can cut open the clove of garlic, let it hear out a little bit, and take that clove of garlic and rub it on the liner. Rub it on the liner, and then you just put on that liner, and it's gonna ease that itching, that burning sensation in no time. The first little add, you might feel a little but then after that, itch gone and all of that. Only natural remedy that I recommend is this one. And why do I recommend this? Because it works. I also make a video using this one to over 2 million views, and thousands of email and thousands of people that really try and really come back and say yes, 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 yes. Thousands of thank you, not exaggerating. That's why we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. We need to not put it under the rug. We need to talk about it. And it's a sad day that women cannot talk about this freely. It is really, really sad. We should be talking about it just the way we talk about the menses. We should be educating our children about it just the way we educate them just before they get that menses. It's not something to put under the rug, and it should not be something that you are embarrassed about. It's something that you should be able to talk about, ask questions, and and say it out loud that, listen, this is happening. This is not something that you should be embarrassed about. It is not. Oh, another thing. Can you can you pass this on? Can you pass this on like to a partner? It is help me out someone. It has been said that if you're going through your 5 days or 6 days yeast infection episode, and you get with your partner, it's possible that because of the way, you know what? Let me leave that one out. Let me leave that one out. But yes and no. Yes and no. It's not a transmitted disease, but if it can be on the foal, and that could also cause itching from the excess acid. All right, that's only way I could put it, and I'm gonna cut it right there when it come on to that. I have to research to find out if we could dive deeper into that, but we want people to see this video, so we got to stay in line. So sorry we can't talk about it freely. So sorry, but it is something to talk about. Now let me take some comment because our time is basically up. If you like this kind of a topic, guys, let me know. Comment. If you like me at least coming on once a month, addressing some of those issues on things that we should be talking about that we're not allowed to talk freely about, comment. And if you have a suggestion, if there's a topic you're interested in, go ahead and also comment or send it to chichibeauty@gmail.com. We definitely will look into it. I need your feedback on the show, especially my OGs. I personally want to be able to come on and talk about these things. I personally want to be able to bring on even the professional. I personally want to be able to bring on some of you guys to come on live and talk about your experiences. I think these are things that we should be talking about. But I need to go ahead from you because our channel is all about skincare. However, it's also about wellness and health. And I want to start to make some of these videos, you know, within the guideline. We did try to make some of these videos years ago, which used to do really, 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 really well. However, because the system kind of reshuffled and they were getting a lot of bite back on certain things that we can talk about and can't talk about. And because of that, YouTube kind of put some of these videos to the back unless you are like a medical doctor. And it's just so sad. Some, you know, all these medical doctors just come on and take away our little bit, using some of our same videos that we make, showing you guys, are telling you about these things and making like millions of views on it because they have that medical doctor title behind their name. So sad. And sometimes, you know, on this platform, this is a platform that I've been on for 6 years. I do love this platform and I do understand. I understand why certain things can be said. But when you make your videos and you make it and you were doing so well and then you see the system change and someone, a medical doctor, take your own videos, and I am talking from experience, and just dissect it and make another video and get millions of views on it. Your same information, and just because they have that title behind their name, they do so much better. It's sad, but in our little world, in our little group right here, once it is, you know, within the guideline, we should be talking about it. Now, go ahead and comment. And someone is saying sugar is the main culprit. And Leslie Simmet, that's from Leslie Simmet. Keisha loved the topic. And Pet Alvi loved the topic. Inga K liked this topic. And Jaquita, diet is the center of the universe. I'm finding out more and more in life, and that is so true. And here we have Joy. Best to stay away from the pad or certain underwear. And I didn't even address this, and I totally forget to address this. Cotton lined underwear, cotton lined underwear, breathable underwear, cotton line underwear, breathable underwear. Now, if you have a whole set of underwear in your drawer and they're not cotton lined, get that panty liner, because these panty liners are made out of cotton. Okay, all right, great. Let me go back and see who else is here. Hi Peta, welcome to the live show. Now my time is up for today, and we have this week, we're doing 5 videos, 5 topics. Today is day 2. I'm gonna try to post tomorrow topic pretty early, that you guys can come with some information and help me out, especially my OG. I need your feedback and how well I did. I repeat myself a lot, especially when I'm talking about getting medical help, seeking out with your doctors, because I have to on this platform. If you have advice how I could bring my message across within the guideline, also please send me that email. I need your feedback, and I need you to watch this video, because as I said, we're not doing skincare, and sometimes look at the count that we're having today. It's very, very small, but we want to reach more people. We're going to reach more people after the show is over. Hopefully it will be circulated. The only way this video is going to get circulated is if we keep it within the YouTube guideline, and that is why I have to chop it up like that. And that's why I don't use certain words. Still scared of using certain words, but bear in mind and understand where we are coming from. We need to get the message across with, you know, in the best way we can. And that's how Keisha said, instead of using the D word, we say sugar. Even if we have to do things like that, then we will do it and get this done. Let me hear from you. Send an email to chichibeauty.com. We're up for criticism. What you think I could do better, how you think I could explain myself better. And if you have a topic for us, go ahead and also send that topic. And don't be ashamed, or don't be, you know, thinking that, oh, I'm not going to send it, you're going to feel some kind of way. No. Send it. That's why we're here. And this is how I learn. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Join us tomorrow at 1 p.m. for another in this 5-day series. It's all about the body, and it's all about things that they are not allowing us to talk about freely that we're going to talk about. Be good to yourself. Love you all. I'm going to post today's video right after this video. As a matter of fact, let me see what I have. This is it, guys. This is the video. Whoopsie. This is the video that is coming up. Look at that. Oh, I gotta show you this, guys. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for you to see this video. I was to post it this morning, but it was too close to this one. And sometimes when you post the videos too close, it's tend to not circulate. But look, let me just look at this. Look at this. Anyone can guess what this is? I'm telling you, I so love this. I shouldn't even stick my finger in that because I'm going to look at that. That is the video coming up right now, right after this show. I think I put it for 3 o'clock. I'm going to post this video. It's a anti-aging moist. Look at that just melt on the skin, guys. Anti-aging moisturizer that boosts collagen and elastin in the skin, reduce wrinkles and fine lines on the skin, lift, tighten, and firm the skin, give you glass-like appearance on the skin, and guess what? Lighten and brighten the skin. Look at that. Water-based with a bit of oil. I'm telling you, this is it. And fragrant free. You don't want to miss this one, guys. Watch this video to the end. And who want to guess what is in this? I know you can. I mean, the color is going to throw a lot of you off. A lot of you are going to think it's matcha powder, but it's not. Love this. These are new videos, guys. I'm back in making videos. For some of my OGs, you know, some of the videos we post, they were like repeat videos because I was on vacation. I'm dealing with, you know, opening our store, launching this Khichi Beauty skincare line. Round the corner, guys. Round the corner. I kind of give you guys a sneak peek. If you're in the membership group, you'll see some of the I don't have the phone right here. Some of the products is already, you know, we're putting them up on the website as we speak. And look at that. Just wait for this video. Wait for it. When you get this video today, watch it to the end and share it and leave your comments because, okay, so look at that. This is so good. Look at that. This is where I just apply this on my skin. This is where I sat here. I didn't move. Look at that. The skin just drink it up. The skin just drink it up. So can't wait for you to see this. And as I said, brand new video, brand new, all for you to see with ingredients that I have actually used before. Now, for this recipe, and this is a tip for you, especially my OGs. For this recipe, apart from the base ingredient that is in this, every single oils that we use in this, we have it on the Khichi Beauty skincare line. However, because we don't launch as yet, I use other people's stuff, you know, but I just want you to know that the clue for you, every single oil that we use in this, we have it on the Khichi Beauty, under the Khichi Beauty skincare line. And I can't wait for you all to see. Thank you so much for watching. 3 o'clock, we're posting 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. This video is dropping. Brand new video, brand spanking new. And I've been using this and I so love it. And it's guess what? It's good for most skin type. Most skin. Look at that. I'm gonna try and bottle this one, and I'm serious. So I'm serious. That's how much I like this one. I am definitely gonna try to bottle this one. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Come back tomorrow. Yes, because it's emerging into the bucket. Yes. Thank you so much. Come back tomorrow for another in the series, Weekdays with Khichi Beauty. 5 big topics for this week. Monday to Friday. This week, 5 topics on things that we're not allowed to talk about, but we are talking about it. Have a great day, guys, and wait for the video coming up